Hi, Movie Explainer here. The movie begins with Anna Nix, a young and beautiful cellist, navigating through a family saga that could rival any soap opera. When her real dad checked out during her teen years, she found herself in the less-than-ideal company of her mom and a stepdad who's basically trouble incarnate. One day, while Anna's just minding her own business, creating sweet music with her cello, out of nowhere, stepdad, fueled by who knows what, barges in like he owns the place. Our heroine Anna, trying to be the defender of justice, gives him the shove of a lifetime. But things take a dark turn involving a sharp object and an unfortunate exit for stepdad, courtesy of some serious blood loss. Fast forward to the courtroom showdown. Anna's laying out the self-defense case, but her mom's throwing curveballs, turning her late husband into a saint. The judge isn't buying it, and just like that, Anna's handed a 4-year sentence. Now it's time for a wardrobe change as Anna dons a prisoner suit and lands in a female jail. Enter Frank, the prison supervisor with a rulebook thicker than a novel. He's here to lay down the law for the new ladies. Anna gets to share a cell with Jeannie, the introvert extraordinaire of the cell block. With just 1 year left on her sentence, Jeannie's not big on chit-chat and prefers the solo life. Oh, and did I mention she's got a soft spot for Anna, tossing compliments around like confetti and, well, indulging in some personal me time. The next morning, she is approached by Cody, the bearer of ominous warnings. Cody drops the bombshell that there's a squad of black ladies on the prowl for fresh prisoners, and they're not exactly the welcome committee. She even spills the tea about Frank, the supposed decent supervisor. But Anna's not buying at first impressions, you know. But Cody, sensing Anna's skepticism, pulls out the ultimate invite to join her crew, and she won't have to deal with those bullies and shady supervisors. It's revealed that there are 2 main groups in the prison. First, there's the Low Riders, a crew mostly rocking fair skin tones, and Cody's their queen bee. Then there's the Black group, led by the formidable Kyla. It's like a high school bully gang, but with less gossip and more prison drama. Anna, with her independent spirit, gives Cody's invite a polite, thanks but no thanks. Maybe Anna's got some Lone Ranger plans in mind, or perhaps she's just not a fan of group projects. A few hours later, Cody, determined as ever, approaches Anna again. This time, she brings the whole gang, probably looking like a less friendly version of a high school reunion. Their mission is to recruit Anna. But guess what? Our girl Anna, with nerves of steel, ain't having any of it. She waves them off like an unwanted sales pitch and walks away. Well, Cody and the gang don't take rejection lightly. They resort to the dark side and drag Anna into a room, unleashing a nasty assault. It's a rough turn of events, and Anna ends up needing some serious patching up from the prison Dr. Jane. Dr. Jane, in her infinite wisdom, suggests that Anna spill the beans to Frank about the lowriders' shenanigans. So, battered and bruised, Anna spills the tea on Frank, expecting a superhero to swoop in and save the day. But Frank, the supposed knight in shining armor, has a different agenda. He wants something that is even unspeakable in return for safety. Anna's no fool. She sees through Frank's charade and firmly refuses to do what he wants. The next day, prisoners are out in the yard, enjoying their version of recess. But Kyla, with her bully cape on, targets Anna for no apparent reason. Kyla even takes it up a notch, hitting Anna's head with a football and issuing threats like a prison villainess. Fed up and furious, Anna decides it's time to change her game plan. She sets her sights on joining Cody's gang for some much-needed protection. Anna approaches Cody, but Cody's right-hand woman decides to throw shade at Anna for reasons unknown. But Anna pulls off some unexpected ninja moves, overpowering Miss Right Hand and catching Cody's attention. Cody approaches Anna and informs her that she will think of adding her to the Low Riders. A few hours later, Cody's crew, like a force of nature, drags Anna to Cody's cell, a place that's apparently the VIP lounge for illegal substances and party favors. Anna's wide-eyed at Cody's unconventional approach. Now, Cody, in her queen bee wisdom, lays down the law. She tells Anna that if she wants to roll with the lowriders, she has to fight Kyla. And just to up the ante, Cody spills the beans about her hidden cam master plan. She wants to film the whole brawl to make sure Anna doesn't pull a fast one on the lowriders. With a reluctant nod, Anna gears up to face Kyla. It's TV time, and the showdown begins. Punches are thrown, chaos ensues, and Cody's hidden camera is capturing it all like a gritty reality show. After a while, the guards arrive, ready to break up the party. Kyla and Anna get a one-way ticket to solitary confinement. Now, here's where the plot takes a dark turn. Frank, the not-so-decent supervisor, decides to pull Anna into his lair after 2 days in solitary. Frank lays down the law, threatening Anna with a month in solitary if she doesn't meet his questionable demands. Anna, terrified of the thought of being alone, reluctantly agrees because, let's face it, solitude in prison isn't exactly a vacation for the soul. Frank begins exploiting Anna for his pleasure right away. When Anna returns to her cell, Cody congratulates her on her bravery and informs her that she is now a member of their squad. Later, Cody gives drugs to Anna, and she also enjoys herself with her. The next day, Anna's mother visits her. Both mother and daughter are in tears, but guess what? Anna's mother continues to accuse Anna of her stepfather's demise and refuses to believe he ever forced Anna. Anna becomes outraged and recalls the time when her stepfather pushed himself on her for the very first time and criticized her mother, telling her that she should have done something at that time so that this hadn't occurred. Her mother grows enraged and storms out, saying she deserves to be locked up for life. The next morning, while Anna is sitting with his new squad, Kyla, in a fit of rage, decides it's the perfect moment for a knife showdown with Anna. However, Anna's got a squad, and they're ready to take down Kyla and her gang. Cue the epic brawl of the century. After the dust settles, enter Frank, the puppet master of this twisted circus. He plays his cards right and blackmails Anna with footage of the brawl. Anna, not one to back down, spills the tea that Kyla started it all with the knife. But Frank's got tricks up his sleeve. He claims the footage doesn't clearly show the weapon, but it does show Anna starting the rumble. He threatens to increase her jail time from a manageable 4 years to a whopping 7 if she doesn't dance to his tune. But wait, there's more. Frank decides to play pharmacist and makes Anna inhale some questionable substances. It turns out he's onto her secret life as a low rider and knows she's no stranger to the world of drugs. Now here comes the cringe-worthy part. Frank takes things to a whole new level, making Anna remove her pants and forcing himself into the scene. And guess what? This isn't Anna's first rodeo with Frank's twisted games. To make matters worse, Anna's now tangled up in a web of drug addiction. Jeannie, the moral compass of this chaotic story, scolds Anna for her life choices, even being part of the low riders. Anna, in a fit of frustration, gives Jeannie a good all-slap, then immediately regrets it. Later, as the guards are examining every nook and cranny of the prisoner's well-being, they catch wind of a slap mark and a cut on Jeannie's lip. Despite Jeannie's attempt to cover for Anna, our protagonist spills the beans, admitting to the slap and earning herself a one-way ticket to Frank's twisted office of doom. However, Frank isn't crossing certain lines this time, but he's still playing mind games. He has Anna sit on his chair, and Anna, in her rebellious spirit, throws a bold question at him, asking if he wants to play some sick game while she's in that chair. Frank, with a sinister smile, claims what he does isn't abuse or sick games. He issues a chilling threat, warning Anna that if she ever thinks of him like that again, he'll toss her into a place where a bunch of unsavory characters would gladly take on the role of abusers. After this unsettling encounter with Frank, Anna heads straight to Cody's turf, demanding drugs like they're the latest fashion accessory. Cody, generous yet scolding, hands over the goods, but makes it clear, no more freeloading. Anna's not having it, and she leaves Cody's room angrily. Fast forward, and Anna's spiraling into a dangerous routine. She spots some girls injecting themselves with drugs and joins the party, injecting herself with the stuff. It becomes her go-to move whenever the craving hits. Cody, playing the concerned friend, warns Anna about the overuse, but Anna's in her own world, dismissing the advice like yesterday's news. Then comes the day of reckoning. While Anna's on the hunt for drugs, Kyla and her crew decide it's payback time. Anna, high as a kite, retaliates with vengeance, giving Kyla a beating that echoes through the prison halls. But Frank's not a fan of unsanctioned beatdowns. Anna finds herself back in solitary, paying the price for her drug-fueled retribution. In the midst of Anna's stint in solitude, Frank, the authoritative figure, strolls up and casually asks if she wants to get dressed and head back to her cozy cell. Anna, sensing resistance is futile, nods along. Frank orders the guards to escort Anna back to her cell, and off she goes. Now, Anna's at a crossroads. She decides it's time to end her drug habit. Jeannie, being a good pal, jumps on the support train, ready to steer her friend toward rehab. But, Anna spots some fellow inmates who look like they've got what she craves. She approaches them, pleading for a fix. In the meantime, Cody arrives there and begins warning Anna that those drug donors are basically walking germ factories with AIDS. But Anna ain't having any of it. When Cody forces her to stop, she drops the bombshell threat of committing suicide. Just in the nick of time, the guard, as well as Frank, swoop in, saving Anna. Frank orders him to lock her in solitary confinement. As if things couldn't get more intense, Anna's mental state takes a nosedive. She cuts her wrist using a broken tray piece, attempting to take her life. Cue the guard's superhero entrance once again, whisking Anna off to the hospital for a dose of reality. Then, in a plot twist that hits you right in the feels, Anna's mom makes a comeback. Guess what? She's now wearing the cape of regret, finally admitting she should have saved Anna from her stepdad. She admits that she knew he wasn't a good guy, but they didn't have any options. It's a raw moment in a roller coaster of emotions, showing that even in the darkest corners, a glimmer of remorse can emerge. Anna is happy that her mother finally believed her and assured her that she would soon be out of jail and pursue her cellist career. After Anna bounces back from her rocky stint, she decides to make a change, starting by shedding her low rider tattoo. Following in Jeannie's footsteps, she opts for a solo path. Little did she know, this move sets her up as the bullseye for both groups' bullying antics. Life in the clink is no joke, and Anna's navigating the chaos. A few days later, Frank summons Anna to a room and promises to protect her from the torment if she plays along with his desires. It's a dark bargain, and Anna reluctantly agrees. Frank then hands her a cello and suggests joining a talent show. Because, nothing says rehabilitation like a prison talent show. In the meantime, Cody, the ringleader of the Low Riders, isn't pleased with Anna's lone wolf act. She and her crew launch an attack because, apparently in prison, it's mean girls on steroids. As Anna finds herself in the treatment center, Frank pops up with an apology for failing to shield her. Frank's apology isn't all it seems. He touches Anna immorally, signaling his true colors. Later, Anna spills the beans to Jane, revealing the unsavory truth about Frank's demands. Jane, fueled by rage, pledges to expose Frank's dirty game. Little do they know, Frank's not just twiddling his thumbs, he's watching this all through hidden cameras. In a sinister turn, Frank uses his twisted leverage and orchestrates a prisoner to take Jane's life before she can do anything. The prison saga takes a dark turn as Anna, grief-stricken over Jane's demise, unleashes a gut-wrenching scream. Frank, always ready with a twisted plot, spins a web of lies, blaming Cody and her squad for Jane's death. Anna, however, isn't buying what he's selling. Fast forward to the talent show, where Anna trades her prison blues for a cello and steals the spotlight. Her musical prowess dazzles the captive audience, momentarily eclipsing the grim reality of prison life. But of course, Frank can't let a moment of solace linger. Post-performance, Frank drops a bombshell. A parole hearing is on the horizon for Anna, but there's a catch. In classic Frank fashion, he demands unspeakable favors in exchange for his alleged generosity. To add a disturbing layer to the narrative, he forces himself on Anna right there on the stage. Anna, despite the trauma, confides in Jeannie about the pending parole hearing. Jeannie urges caution, suspecting that Frank might be playing mind games. In a twist of empowerment, Anna decides to record her next encounters with Frank, aiming to expose his vile actions and put an end to the cycle of abuse. In a daring move, Anna turns to Cody for help, laying her cards on the table. She requests Cody's camera, hoping to expose Frank's dark deeds. Cody, driven by some semblance of care, hands over the camera, sealing the deal with a kiss, a strange twist in a twisted tale. Armed with the camera, Anna confronts Frank in a desperate bid to gather evidence. This time, she outsmarts him, successfully recording his reprehensible actions. As the parole hearing unfolds, Anna impresses everyone with her articulate answers and is on the brink of securing her release. However, Frank, the ultimate betrayer, throws a curveball. He flips the script, labeling Anna as a violent troublemaker and urging the denial of her parole. In a moment of cinematic justice, Anna plays her trump card. She unveils the recorded evidence, laying bare Frank's true nature. Panic sets in as Frank futilely attempts to erase the damning footage. The jig is up, and police officers storm in to apprehend him. The parole board members, no longer under Frank's influence, see through his deception. In a moment of redemption, Anna is granted parole. The prison doors swing open, and she bids farewell to the shadows that haunted her, leaving Jeannie and Cody behind. Awaiting her outside the prison walls is her mom, ready to embrace the daughter she couldn't protect before. Fast forward a few weeks, and we find Anna in front of a captivated audience, cello in hand. The realization of her dream to become a professional cellist unfolds in a poignant moment. The crowd becomes a canvas for her music, the cheers serving as a symphony of triumph over adversity, and this beautiful scene marks the end of the movie. I hope you enjoyed the recap. If you did, smash that like button, and if you're not part of the VIP squad yet, what are you waiting for? Hit subscribe now, because at the Movie Explainer, our subscribers aren't just viewers, they're the VIPs of our recap world.